YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Adam, back with another video. And on this channel, we are completely geared towards self-improvement and becoming the best version of ourselves. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that bell to be notified when I drop another video. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. And, you know, I'm always open to your guys' feedback. So if you want to leave a comment telling me something that you think I can do better, let me know, man. I'm open to receiving feedback. I'm not gonna get salty if you tell me something that you want to see improved, because I make these videos for y'all, okay? And the vlog style videos will be coming back. I just haven't had time to make them and put all my effort into them. So I'm not gonna give you something that's half-baked and that I didn't put 100% of my effort into. But they will be coming. I'm gonna try to do one a week, and then I'll do 2 videos a week of just, you know, one-on-one, chilling with you guys, talking to you, just spitting some free game or whatever comes to my head that day. But anyways, enough rambling. Today's video is about why you should stop chasing women. Simple as that, okay? Look, man, if you're like me, young, in your 20s, doesn't matter if it's mid-20s, early 20s, late 20s, and you have not built up a stable foundation for your life, you should, women should be the last thing you're focused on, bro. Okay, I saw another video where life is basically where you're trying to collect the infinity stones and put them in your gauntlet, okay? Right? So women are the last stone that you want, bro. First, you should focus on getting your physique right, okay? Next, you should focus on getting your money right, or your status. Those two are interchangeable, okay? But a prerequisite to all of this is you need to get right with yourself, like your spiritual, okay, and your mental. Because it's great to have a lot of money, status, and an amazing physique, but if you're not okay within, if you don't have happiness within, it's not going to mean anything, okay? If you don't have that inner validation, that inner feeling of, you know, like, I am enough, I belong here for a purpose, I belong here for a reason, then none of it's going to mean anything, right? Because what happens once you reach your goals? It's what's within that's going to keep you pushing towards new ones. It's what's within that's going to keep your creativity going. It's what's within that's going to allow you to be disciplined enough to continue on your path to success. Because a lot of people, they get confused. They think that once they make it to the top, they can just stop working, that they can just stop putting their effort in. But it's crazy, because it's actually the opposite. Once you make it to a certain status point or a certain threshold of success, once you reach there, then you're gonna have to grind 10 times more, 10 times harder than you did when you were just starting out. Because now you have a reputation to uphold, now you have a standard to uphold of quality, quantity, whatever you were putting out before, now it has to be better. Okay, for example, if you're making YouTube videos or you're doing something on the creative spectrum, people are gonna hold you to a certain standard once you start climbing up the ranks and really making a name for yourself. So, because once you make it up there, then you're competing with all the people that are up there too. When you're down at the bottom, you're competing with all the people that are down at the bottom, which is, you know, I mean, this is obvious information, but I just don't want you to get it misconstrued and think that once you achieve your current goals right now, that you can just stop. And if that's your mindset right now, you need to cut that out. But anyways, back to the topic at hand, man. Women are just, they should not be your priority right now. If you are so focused on going out and smashing a new girl every weekend or even every day, then that's a problem within, bro. Because let me tell you, I'm not saying this to brag or anything. I'm not saying this to boast. I really don't care for any of that. I just want to give you my truest experience and let you know why it's not worth it. Okay? Because when you sleep with a lot of women, it leaves you empty inside. I've said this before, bro. Because you're not forming the true connection that you're supposed to be forming when you make that pact with a woman. Like, having sex is making a pact with somebody else. Okay? You transmit your energy and your DNA into them, even if you don't, bust a nut in that bitch. Excuse me, in that woman. And when you're inside her, she's transmitting some of her DNA and some of her energy into you. So at the end of the day, it's an empty transaction, because if you don't truly love her, if you don't have an emotional connection to her, you're going to feel empty. Right? There is basically no point in indulging in that primal desire. Because let me tell you right now, a man that has a lot of sex, that's a weak ass man. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, like, that's a weak man, bro. That man has no control over his primal urges. That man has no control over his desire to indulge in sexual activity. So therefore, that's a weak man, because most of the time when guys sleep with a lot of women, they won't have such very high standards. They'll just go after what they can get. Okay? Instead of getting what they deserve to get. Right? So think about that first and foremost. But also, through my experience, I found that when I fuck with girls, and I'm still with my parents, man. I'm 21. I'm still with my folks. I'm not afraid to admit that, because I'm still building the foundation. But every time I would bring a female over in the recent past, it doesn't feel right. Living with your folks and knocking them down with your folks is it's not right, bro. So it's all good and dandy if you want to chase women, if you want to get women. I would advise against that. But at least have your own place. Okay? At least have a solid foundation, right? Now, you don't really need that. You don't need your own place to knock a woman down, but I feel like as a man, it takes a toll on our pride every time we bring a female to our parents' house and we out of high school. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just some more food for thought. And the final point I want to convey to you as to why you shouldn't really be putting all your effort into chasing women is that if you're not after a serious relationship, what's the point? Because you're opening up yourself to a lot of risk. You open yourself up to the risk of her getting pregnant if you're having a lot of sex with her. You open yourself up to the risk of her breaking your heart, cheating on you. Even if you're not dating, she can still cheat on you and fuck with your emotions. And you open yourself up to having less time that you can dedicate in order to become the man you want to become. So just give that some more thought, right? Every time you get the desire to meaninglessly have sex with a woman, do your best to fight it, bro. And remember that it's not going to help you out in the end. If you think about it, it's like when you have a casual hookup, it'll last for maybe, depending on how long you could go, the maximum being 30 minutes. And you're going to have a little 5-second orgasm, and that's it. So you got to ask yourself if that's really worth it. Right? Because if you really want to be somebody in this world, if you want to be a man of status, if you want to be a man of class, you have to be able to resist those primal urges, you really have to tap into the inner disciplines in order to turn down such desires. And I'll tell you right now, that will pay off in the end. That will pay off later on. Being able to turn off that desire to have the most pleasing, natural spike of dopamine in the brain. If you're able to deny that, you can deny anything. Okay, which kind of falls into the no fap and semen retention kind of talking points, but maybe I'll make a dedicated video discussing those and how those can benefit you in on your path to becoming a better person and to improving yourself. But for now, I just want to leave you with the message that women are always going to be here, bro. Women are always, no matter what, going to be here. And the higher you get on the value scale as a man, the more options you're gonna have, and you won't have to be desperate about it. The more your looks, money, and status increase, the more finer women you will have access to, and most of the time you won't even have to pursue them. They will come to you. Okay? So focus, put you as the forefront. Put you at the forefront of your priorities and watch how your life takes a drastic turn for the better. Okay? But that's going to wrap up today's video. If you learned something from it, resonated with it, or just simply enjoyed it, make sure you share it with somebody that needs to hear this information. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to be notified when I drop another video. As always, I'm deeply grateful to you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Stay icy, and I'm gone.